I wish YouTube would increase that from 3 minutes to something better, Why 3 minutes? TikTok does it well. Should have done it on TikTok. But anyway, carrying on from that last short I did, I guess she was embarrassed that she didn't want people to see it, or this is the problem, with people like fat people are, they don't want people to see their reality, and so they'll cover it up. But if you're fat, then that's a choice you made. It's a choice you made to be fat. If you're gay, that's a choice you made. Don't be embarrassed about it. At least be honest. If people are honest about it, doesn't matter. But that girl, she used to be a casino waitress. She's beautiful as hell, because you got to be beautiful to get that job, at least in that day. Now and age, now with Hooters being all politically correct garbage and fat women and trans and whatnot, you know, I mean, they've ruined Hooters. Their business has gone down the toilet. Nobody wants to go there, and because you went there to see boobies. I mean, it's that simple. And now it's all a bunch of fat black women there. Anyway, so I guess she saw the fat black women getting out of caddies on their food stamps, and they didn't care. They were fucking buying wine coolers with it. So, I ain't no problem. Just and because she was white, I guess, so she cared. But that's But yeah, there's no reason why she couldn't work. She kept whining about this so-called fibromyalgia. Every doctor she went to said it was garbage, kind of like Ben Bird or Gaze, so-called sciatica, and also the meningitis and all, and especially ADHD. Take food away from Ben for a week. He'll go crazy before that if it even happens. I mean, if that's even he'll go completely mentally bonkers and insane. This idiot is somebody, you have exceptional people in the world that can fast for long, long periods. Yours truly being one, and he says that's all garbage, and, he claims, nobody cares what he says. He's comic relief. He begs his followers for help against me, nobody cares. They beg for followers. Follow me, please, I beg you, man. Nobody cares. They only help if they actually care about you, Ben. If they believe in you, all they believe in is that you're a clown. That's all. Clown, anyway. So, yeah, there's no reason why she couldn't work again. Every doctor said it was a mental problem, kind of like an ex that, well, I have somewhere. Anyway, uh, you know, uh, every doctor said that. So if you're too lazy to work, if you're, getting food stamps benefits, at least be honest about it, and don't blame Trump for it, He's doing the right thing.